that. That's all I need. Hello guys, welcome back. So, as you can tell by the title of this video, we are going to be talking about a new concealer from L'Oreal. This isn't a first impression. I will say that I have tested out this concealer already, and spoiler alert, I love it. But I'm not just all talk, so I'm gonna show you guys this concealer today and put it on my face, and I'm gonna do a wear test for you guys, so that'll be pretty fun. Without further ado, let's just get into the video. As you can clearly tell, my skin has nothing on it. I don't have anything on my face yet. I think the only thing I've done is my eyebrows, because who wants to come on camera with no eyebrows? So this is the L'Oreal L'Oreal Paris Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I picked this one up at CVS. Surprisingly, my CVS had, I think, all the shades, and including the Infallible Fresh Wear foundation, which I haven't picked up yet, but I will be if it's as good as this concealer. Because again, spoiler alert, I've tried it already and I love it. If it's as good as this concealer, it'll probably be my number one above the foundation that I'm going to use today, which is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. I'm actually going to take the concealer and conceal some other parts of my face first before I go into my eyes. I picked up this hack from Ashley Elizabeth. She's another person here on YouTube, and I follow her on Instagram. I have noticed that on one side of my face, I just have this darker patch of skin right here, just on one side of my cheek. The other one doesn't really have it. And then I have that same discoloration around my mouth, on the top. And it's not hair or anything, because I don't actually have any hair on my upper lip, thankfully. I think I have enough problems without having to pluck my lip. So we're just going to take this concealer and cover that up a bit. So this is what the wand looks like. It's just a big doe foot applicator, and by big I do mean pretty big. And I have the shade 410 Almond. It was the closest shade for me. Like, it seemed a little light, but then the one right after this was entirely too dark. I guess we'll just do that. Ah, shit, I put too much. Yeah, as you can tell, very, very full coverage. And that covers it pretty well. Like I said, the shade is a bit light, but that's okay. Alright, moving on to foundation. Okay, so my foundation is on. Like I said, I used the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. And now we're just going to move right on into this concealer right here, this big bad boy. Like I said, I've used this concealer before, so I know how full coverage it is, so I'm really not gonna put that much, like that. That's all I need. And now I'm just gonna take my little concealer brush and blend it out. Like I said, it is a little light, but that's fine. I don't usually do lighter concealers. Just like I said, the shade below this was too light, and the shade above this was too dark. So I went with the lesser of two evils, and I got the shade. So I'm just gonna blend out the edges. I know I usually have my lights behind me, my little fairy lights, but they fell because there's only tape holding them to the wall. And I honestly didn't feel like grabbing more tape and sticking them back up. Honestly, that's like a struggle. Every single time I film, I have to go and put up my lights again, and it gets frustrating. Okay, so concealer's on. It looks really good. I do have some under eye creasing, which are just my lines that are constantly there. Honestly, that's not the concealer's fault. That is just the way that my eyes are. I have just these really deep set lines underneath there. And there's not much I can really do about them. Okay, so this is what my face is looking like. Foundation and concealer on. I did put a little bit of setting spray over my face. I did also end up setting it a bit, the concealer, with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder, because it did feel a bit tacky. I can't fault it for creasing underneath my eyes because I have really deep set lines underneath here, so I can't really fault it for that. But I am going to wear this concealer for the rest of the day. Not too late because it does start to get dark, and I do want to have some kind of natural lighting in here rather than just my ring light. I will come back to you guys at the end of the day and show you how this concealer wears. So, be right back.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Okay, I am back. It's been about 3-4 hours now. So far, it hasn't faded or gone funny or anything. Definitely still have my crease lines. They're really not any worse than what they were, because those are just my under eyes naturally. They kind of just really sag right here. But it's still full coverage. If anything, I used it as a... Oh, my camera's dying. I used it as a base for my eyeshadow, and so far I don't really see any creasing, even with the thick layer of shimmer shade that I have on my lid. So before my camera dies out on me, I do love this concealer. I love the coverage of it. It's not heavy, it's very lightweight. So I think for $12, it's a little pricey, but I do think that as of all the concealer launches and all the concealers that I've tried, I really do like this concealer. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. My camera battery is just flashing at me. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Let me know if you've tried it, what other concealers you recommend, especially for eyes that crease like mine. So if anything, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!